Hello, this is Victor. I'm here with a new product review or unboxing or how you want to call it. I'm going to talk now about the Kill Team Elites. These are the special operatives in skirmish combat. I want to give my opinion. I know that this has been discussed in other channels, so I will not go into much detail on what is in this book or what not. I will not go to all the rules. I just will give first first view of what you can find in this book and then give my opinion. So this is an expansion for Kill Team, so you need the rule book to use this one. Okay, so I don't know if they put it somewhere. This is an expansion. To be fair, let's look at the back first. Summon your guards. It's curious. They don't say that it's an expansion here. Elites, special operative in the skirmish game. It's curious. They don't say that it's an expansion for Kill Team, but you need the Kill Team because they are not the basic rules here, right? Yeah, they are only the rules for the operatives. Then there is the missions. Let's look. I don't think they are all the rules. So you need the Kill Team book to be able to use this one. Okay. So there is not too much background. It's really a rules book. This one. It's curious because normally even the rules book in Warhammer or in Age of Sigmar or any book from Games Workshop have a lot of background, and this one just 3-4 pages of background, so really very little. But we can enjoy. This is from the Shadow Spear. Okay, this is the cover of the book of Shadow Spear. So a really lovely picture. And then they go very straightforward to elite operative, so the generic rules on how to use the elite operative, and then they go to the legendary hunter specialists. Okay, so some generic rules and stratagems, and then they go for the additional rules to be able to play this plays and how the reserve work and so on. Okay, then you have here also the new rule, the new stratagem that is Old Flank. And they also talk about the sub-factions, so this was missing in the core rule book, and they talk about the different sub-factions on each mainly faction. So for example, in the Space Marines we have the different chapter tactics. If you are Dark Angel, Blood Angel, Imperial Fist, Space Wolf, or White Scars. Here we have more. Okay, we have, of course, we should have Ultramarines, and then the Black Templars, Raven Guards, Salamanders, Iron Hands. Some are missing, but yeah, we have there some. Then we have the regimental doctrines, the same for the Imperial Guard or Astra Militarum, and then we have for the Mechanicum, for the Chaos Space Marines, for the Aeldari, then for the Drukhari, for the Harlequins, then we have for the Necrons, the Orcs, Tau, Tyranids, Genestealer Cult. Okay, so these are all the different sub-factions for the different main factions of the book. So you don't go through these details, but each one you can personalize and you can give some additional rules to your army. Then we go to the Adeptus Astartes. So they have Adeptus Astartes kill teams. You have new stratagems here. Okay, if every model in your kill team has Adeptus Astartes faction keyword, you can use Adeptus Astartes tactics. Okay, these are the tactics that you can use. They call tactics here. Sorry. Then you have here you have not only elites, you also have commanders. You have new commanders units, right? Like here we have the captain in Phobos and the elite one in Phobos. These are coming in the Shadow Spear. Then we have the Librarian in Phobos, also from the Shadow Spear. Then we have the Librarian in Terminator armor. And then we have the Chaplain in Terminator armor, the Captain in Terminator armor, and then we have the new units. These are a lot from the new Space Marines in Phobos armor. So the Infiltrators here, the Suppressors, the Eliminators, and then we have the Terminators and the Veterans. Okay, not all the elites are here, of course, but inside of the Veterans we have as well the Stenguard and the Vanguard. So it's not just the generic Veterans. So you can have some. Of course, these guys are going to be quite expensive, and here you have all the points for all these weapons and guys. Okay, And you will have the same for the Grey Knights. You will have new characters, okay, and then new units, and then you go to the Adeptus Mechanicum, and you have the same, okay. I will go fast, and then we have, we'll stop here a little bit. This is a new faction, okay. Of course, this has to be new here because Adeptus Custodes only have elites. Okay, so here we have first the generation of names and not what we have seen in the previous. This is typical from what's coming in the previous book, okay, I mean in the rule book. And then we go to the specific stratagems for the Adeptus Custodes. And here we will have as well commanders, the Shield Captain. Then we go to the Custodian Guard and the Alarus Custodian, the two units. Of course, this is going to be a very small force because these guys are quite expensive. We go to the Astra Militarum. We have a named character that is the Sly Marbo. Okay, and I think he's going to be a commander, if I'm not wrong. Then we have the Augurs and the Bulgwins. That's all. These are all the elites we have here. Okay, not too many. We don't have, for example, it's curious we don't have the veterans. Yeah, it makes no sense because we already have the Tempestors in the previous book. So, and we don't have. Yeah, I think this makes sense. Then we have the Heretic Astartes, and here we have the Greater Possess, the Master of Executions, the Dark Apostle, the Master of Possession, the Sorcerer in Terminator Armor, so we have quite some choices. The Chaos Lord in Terminator Armor. Then we go to the elites, that the units that are the Khorne Berserkers, Possessed, and Terminators. Okay, it's cool that they put just the Khorne Berserkers and they don't put the other ones. Okay, they don't want to put too much variety. They have put the Possessors here, so the Possess makes sense because you have the Greater Possess. Okay, and then they go to the Death Guard. And for the Death Guard, of course, they had lots of factions. This is why they didn't appear before in the sub-factions. For the Guard, there is only one rule for as a faction. We have the Lord of Contagion, the Blight Lord. Remember that here you will not find all the characters because there are characters already in commanders. Okay, so if you want all the commanders, you need the book commanders. So this is expanding the commanders, and then you expanding the units by adding the elites. Okay, so we have the Death Rose Terminator. Okay, and then we go to the Thousand Sons, and we'll go faster. So this was the elite unit. Sorry. We have the Suriani, and we have the Wraith Guard and the Wraith Blade, Striking Scorpion, Calling Banshees, the Valkyrie are in the Rax. They aren't adding more character because I guess they are all in the commanders, Incubus, Grotesque, and Mandrakes, and the Necrons. Okay, so I will go Orcs. I will here I go fast because it makes no sense to spend a lot of time. And you will see Tau. What you don't have here are the Croods. The Croods and what was the other ones? There was another one that they don't have. The ones that are the ones that are not in the core book, they don't have expansion here. Okay. We have the Tyranids, and then from the Genestealer Corps we have a lot of the new units. Okay, a lot of the new characters that were launched after Christmas. At the beginning of the winter, like at the middle of the winter. So we have all the new Genestealer Corps that are the Sanctus, the Caliform. We have the Nexus, the Biophagos, the Locus, the Clamagus, and then we have not elite choices, right? These all are characters. Okay, and then we have the different kill zones. They talk about the conquerors of the kill zones. And here we have some showcase of the different new units. Okay, so here you will see all the elites and some commanders. Okay, some of these miniatures are quite old. Elder. It's incredible how they have survived the Elder. Here we have the new characters of the Genestealer cult. And then we have new missions. And I was checking if these missions, how many points they recommend for these missions. I cannot read this here. So I don't know if it's, because for the commanders they were recommending 200 points. Below 3 examples of open play, because these are open plays, so they will not get points most likely. Narrative missions. And match play missions. And these are cost for 125 points. This is for 200 points. So yeah. And this is for 125 points. And this is for 200 points with commanders. So they explain here there are 2 without and 2 with commanders. Okay, and here we have the rosters. So I think it's not bad, this expansion. I find it better than the commanders. If you play a lot, Kill Team is adding variety, can create new type of missions. I don't know if this will have a big impact on the match play, because yeah, the commanders were a little bit difficult for match play because they have some characters that were very strong, and I don't think they can be used in arena in principle. Okay, because arena is mainly focused on the core book, but they specifically say that commanders cannot be used in arena. I guess the elites can be used in arena, but it will depend a lot. At the end, all depends on how you want to play with your friends. Okay, this is adding more information. But for me, adding rules, I don't find normally negative, right? The point is, if you are going to use these rules in tournaments, and this is a question for the TOs of the tournament, I think this expansion is one, I like it for Kill Team, because it's adding more units, and it's maybe more playable and more in the Kill Team mindset than the commanders. For me, the commanders, I still think the characters are too strong. They are half the cost of a Kill Team. They can be almost the cost of a full Kill Team, a commander. But it's too much. I think then you go almost to Hero Hammer, and they take a lot of the they take away a lot of what is Kill Team, right? These small teams of people that they can make no sense to have a superhero there, right? Because it's going to be difficult to deal with that. I think elites makes more sense. Okay, because these small teams or some of these teams that are they go for suicidal missions or expandable teams. Sometimes they use elites because they can be very difficult to reach the objective, and this can make sense to have this type of super elite unit trying to breach inside the enemy's lines or something like that. So elites for me make sense. But I would like to keep it really a skirmish and small. So if you start going too big, then you should go more for Warhammer 40k at the end, right? But yeah, so far I think this is for me the best expansion so far. Maybe in parity with Arena, because Arena also introduces a very interesting turn or very interesting point of view to Kill Team. So a different way to play it. But yeah, that's all for now. I hope you have liked this review. I think, as I said, it's up to everybody how much. So this is not mandatory, right? These are adding more variety. If your team if your group is playing a lot of Kill Team and you are a little bit tired of always using the same units, this can be a nice addition to your games, right? If you just play from time to time and you don't want to invest too much, maybe you don't need that. But I think this is not the most expensive expansion they have released up to now. You don't need commanders, you don't need arena to have this, you only need the core book, right? And if you want to add some additional units to your army, I think it's a nice choice to have. And yeah, and that's all. So that's all for now. I hope you have enjoyed this review to Elites. And as usual, please give a like if you have liked this video. Subscribe if you don't subscribe, comment below. Let me know what do you think about the elites. And as usual, thanks a lot for watching and see you again later. Bye.